Hello students. So today in chapter 6 we will be discussing about types of essays and also we will be talking about comprehension, how to solve a comprehension. We will be discussing about that. And we will also talk about essays. So basically what is an essay? Essay is nothing but a composition about something that you decide to write. So that is what is an essay. Essay can be written on any topic of your choice. Essay can be written on something that is very current affair, and essays can be also written on something that has a factual matter. So always remember, essays are basically a type of composition which requires your attention. So let's discuss about essays. The word essay is defined as a literary composition on any subject. You pick up a subject and then you write a composition upon it. That makes it an essay. Essays may be classified into various categories. Essays can be different types. It can be factual, it can be imaginative, it can be of different types like descriptive, argumentative, impressionistic. So let's discuss a little about these. What is a factual writing? First style is factual writing of an essay. In a factual writing of an essay, you deals with facts and figures. You have to make sure that your essay in factual writing, it is dealing with the facts. For example, in yesterday's match, RCB scored 170 runs in 20 overs. So this is basically a fact. You have gathered the fact from watching the television and then you are stating that fact in your essay. So this is basically type of factual writing, where you gather the facts from some sources like televisions, mobile phones, newspapers, and then you mention that fact in your essay. That is factual writing. Let's discuss about imaginative writing. Imaginative or creative writing demands that the writer put something of himself into his writing. Imaginative writing is basically, it is descriptive, but you have to make sure that your imagination runs wild. You have to see that you have made up of some imaginary ideas and then you have put it in your essay. For example, suppose I am imagining that the cloud is something that is very much similar to cotton. A cloud is like cotton, or a cloud is like a cotton candy, even better. So this is my imagination which is running wild. So when I use my imagination, that is imaginative writing. Let's talk about descriptive essays. So descriptive essays are, what are the descriptive essays? Descriptive essays are the types which give you a description, which talks about in detail of something. For example, if I am talking about a shoe that I brought. Now in my essay, if I am discussing that the shoe was of black color, the shoe had no laces, it was a slip-on shoe. So this I am giving description of the shoe. The shoe had a PVC sole. So I am giving description here. See, so this is describing the shoe. So this is what is descriptive writing. So let's discuss about argumentative essays. Argumentative essays are basically, it's like a debate. In argumentative essays, you put up an argument, you talk about it, you speak for or against the topic. You understood? In an essay or a composition, if you are writing for or against a topic, you are giving someone else to counter argue with you. You are giving the ball back into somebody's court, which means you can counter argue. So that is what is basically argumentative essays. What can be an argumentative essay? I'll give you an example. For example, the elections in India are rigged. Rigged means the election in India is a fraud. The counting is wrong. If you pick up this topic and you speak against it. That is argumentative essay. If the topic is the elections in India are rigged and you are talking against it, then what will you be talking about? You will be talking about that, for example, in your sentences, it will be like the election commission chooses electronic ballot box, which makes it impossible to do a fraud. So you are speaking against it. Also, you will say that there are observers who take part in the elections and they are making sure that nothing wrong happens. So you are speaking against the topic. So this is basically argumentative. You are argumenting that elections in India are not rigged. You are saying that elections in India are fair and judgmental. So that's what you are saying, that elections in India are not rigged. So this is basically argument. You pick, it's like a debate. You pick up a topic and you discuss in an argument with it. You speak for or against the topic. That is argumentative type. Impressionistic essays. See, impressionistic essays are very much something that feeds the imagination of reader. When somebody reads, impressionistic essays are also somewhat, it's like imaginative essays. So, impressionistic essays say that when you talk about something, then you are going to form an idea in the mind of the reader. The stimulus will go off. Basically, what will happen? The reader's imagination, the reader will start thinking about the story or the essay that you are writing. So when you write that, it gives a creative stimulus package to the reader. Some type of stimulus is provided for this type of essay in order to trigger off the candidate's imagination. So what does it say? That it is like a imaginative writing only, impressionistic essays, but it triggers off that feeling of imagination in the reader. So that is impressionistic essays. You are putting up an impression in front of someone. So the impression can be either good or either bad. But whenever you write a composition, you make sure that the impression that you put in front of somebody is good, which means somebody who is reading your essay, his imagination should run off. For example, in your half yearly exams, you were given a topic. You remember there was a picture and you had to, in the 5 options there was a picture and you had to talk about that picture. So that is impressionistic essay. You have to see the photo and then you have to use your imagination to write and make it more impressionistic in the eyes of the reader. So that is what is impressionistic essays. So let's discuss about comprehension. See, remember, whenever you go through a comprehension, make sure that your comprehension is written crisp. The answers that you write is very much in context with the comprehension that is given to you. For example, there are few bullet points that we will be discussing. While you give the meaning of a word, give only one answer, do not write alternatives. Which is saying, when you are giving an answer to a comprehension, meaning of the answer, in a comprehension you will be given few words and you will be asked the meaning. So when you are giving, give only one meaning. Don't try to give more than one meaning. Okay? So that makes it more simple and more realistic. When you answer the one-word question with a one-word answer, it is essential to see that the answer fits in well with the context. If a one-word question and a one-word answer is to be given, read the comprehension properly, see what is written in the composition, and then give one-word answer from there. In a question on verbs, your answer will have to be in the same tense. See, whenever a verb is shown, your answer should be in the same tense. For example, if it is in past tense, kindled, then the meaning that you would be writing would be lighted. If the word is given kindled, then don't write too light, because that makes it present tense. Here kindled is past tense, so lighted is also in the same tense. So basically lighted is as well in the past tense, the meaning of the word. While giving a one word answer, make sure that you give a similar part of speech as that of the word in passage. For example, he was unhappy. Unhappy is an adjective here. Do not write unhappy is equal to sadly. Write unhappy is equal to sad. Okay? Part of speech should be same. Don't change the part of speech. If you are asked to explain a group of words, you will have to do so keeping in mind the context of such words. In the group of words, for example, in Rajasthan, there are many sparsely populated villages. Sparsely populated, the meaning of sparsely populated is thinly inhabited. He thought he was right, but he erred. Erred means to make a mistake. Erred is made a mistake. Erred is made a mistake. Meaning of erred is he made a mistake in past tense. Whereby giving one word for another, the context does not read smoothly, rewrite the context. When you are explaining the context, do not go far from the context. That is what is comprehension is talking about. So this is all about our chapter 6. We have few assignments. I will be giving you the assignments in PDF. Till then, have a good day, students. We will start chapter 7 in the next class. Have a good day.